Hi, ho everyone. My name's Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast. I might have repeated, you might hear me do an intro again here soon. Not important. Episode 32. In today's episode, we had a rough list of things we're going to talk about. Surprise, surprise, we got through none of them. Instead, we talk about a couple things, quarantine life, and then some workout, and then it just Rob's MIP story.
Oh yeah, I got a MIP in high school.
You
talk about your announcements and how you got kicked off the school announcements.
Yeah, a lot of
got called on by the police by this.
No, Nani?
Yeah, there you go.
It was another 9/11 vet acid story.
It was definitely not like that. Yeah. Not as crazy, but definitely just as fun.
And Blue hates McDonald's.
Hates the people coming.
I love McDonald's. I hate the people who drive through McDonald's.
We got to make it more sensational. Okay, Blue hates people. There we go.
I mean, that's not. I mean, I feel like people already know that. Just watch. It's gonna be a great show.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, ho everyone. My name's Mr. Fruit, and welcome to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 32.
Oh my god.
Episode
DLC edition.
X amount into quarantine. I'm not really sure. It's all blended together.
DLC. Welcome to the quarantine series of GG Easy. We're your hosts.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Mother Nature released the Corona DLC, and I'm just not really feeling it.
Oh, dude, too early. This is too early.
No,
all you had to say was Ligma.
No. Listen, YouTube has stopped.
Oh.
Yeah, they said they won't do it anymore.
Oh, okay. Corona.
Well, plus,
I love Corona beer.
Good news too is this is technically after we do the little intro. So as long as we don't say it during the intro too, odds are who's the manual reviewer, he'll watch the first minute and be like, whatever.
Watch, he's like actually a fan though. He's like a fan, and he's like, damn it.
He's like, okay, come on, you guys got this. Here's Corona. Oh, I hate to do it to you.
God, I hate to do it, but
you had one job, dude. Plus, I just said Corona. I didn't say, I could just be talking about the beer. Who knows?
You did, yeah. You could be just talking about
it's just the Corona DLC.
Beverage.
I gotta say, I'm not a big fan. Kind of lackluster.
Yeah, it's honestly just not really. That's not true. It has changed absolutely nothing with my normal life.
It hasn't really changed mine either. If I'm going to be honest,
it has mine.
Other than going to the gym.
Yeah, the gym.
Yeah, exactly. Same. Going to the gym.
And currently, I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with my hair because it's getting to the point where I can't really keep it up too much more in the style I usually do.
Please don't cut it, please don't shave it either.
No. Well, that's so just bad. It. I can't touch it until quarantine, so I have to figure out what I'm gonna style it. What I'm gonna.
It sucks for you guys because I could absolutely shave my head and I'd look fine.
Oh, really? See,
is that a challenge? All right, give me a second.
Please
my
don't.
My hair is so thin, it would never grow back. I'd be bald, and
benefits of not having a face. It's pretty nice.
You don't have
this
hair.
Moment.
I'm living in this moment here with you.
Are you gonna grow a quarantine beard, Blue? Just let it go.
No, I just shaved yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But he's starting now.
I can't.
He's one day.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Do you clean shave or do you trim like Christian?
I trim. There's no point in clean shaving. It's just gonna grow back. And also, I don't know. Okay, this doesn't make sense to anyone but me. But the more you shave it, the faster it'll grow back, right?
No,
but I don't want.
That's the rumor I've heard.
Yeah, but it's proven to be
my penis never grows. I don't know.
I always believe that too, but evidently, very recently, it's been debunked. That apparently doesn't do anything.
Well, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I look stupid when I fully shave, so I'm not going to do that. Regardless,
I look like a baby.
Oh, see, when I grow out my facial hair, dude, I look like the kid in 5th grade who hit puberty just a little too soon and just kind of has little prickles everywhere.
The reality is you have to really work on getting a beard in the first place. Fruit, he had to work on that thing for a year, more than a year to get to the Viking he is now.
I wish, dude.
Dreams.
It is pretty weird, when I see an old video of yours and you don't have facial hair. Yeah, it's really weird.
It makes me sick. Plus,
I was also when you first tried that, first tried growing it out.
Yeah, it was. I think it was just September 2018. It was a couple months after I was Started working out. I think it was September. It was either September or October.
I need to wear a beard.
If I'm gonna get jacked, I gotta have a beard.
No, it's just one day. Like, I just hadn't bothered to shave in a little while. And I was like, wow, like this is like the most, because usually I just didn't do it because it was never full enough or didn't connect. But I let it go a little bit, and I noticed, like, wait a second, like
this is kind of working.
Yeah, I was like, it used to never connect here. So I was like, all right, I'll give it until like no shave November. And then in no shave November, I was like, it's coming together. Screw it. And then I kept it since.
Okay, this is gonna be a stupid question because I can't picture your face for some reason. Do you have the part where it goes like this and this, so it's like around your mouth too? Okay, I just didn't remember. I couldn't remember. I just couldn't remember if it was just the bottom and you didn't have the mustache.
No, it connects.
Oh, okay.
I think
he's a connector.
Yeah, I don't know if I could pull off the non-connection.
If I didn't shave for a month, dude, I'd look like a freaking gremlin. Because then, like, I grow like the little, like, weird stray ones down here on my neck. I hate those.
Well, the good news is the reason too I didn't grow stuff out for the longest time is because I have like a little bald spot under my chin, and like everything would grow except for this little patch under my chin. But now everything's grown out around it. You can't tell anymore.
Oh, but it's still like there.
But yeah, I still have like a little like divot where it's starting to finally grow in, but it's not as much. But you can't really tell.
You could like hide stuff in there. That's kind of tight.
It's not an orifice in like another world.
Keep like an emergency Band-Aid in there, and like when shit gets bad, just whip it out.
A little food, maybe.
Nuts. Oh yeah, just a little pocket, like a little cashew or something. Little pick me up.
I will say though,
I don't grow facial hair
in this quarantine life. Actually, today, since we mentioned it about disrupting our normal daily lives, I got the first pump in since I started self-quarantine, because I self-quarantined like 2 weeks before the official quarantine came out.
You did, and I was like, Christian, bro, like, hey, chill out, man. It's not gonna be that bad, right? No,
bro. The whole time here, the whole time.
You were a whistleblower. You were a whistleblower.
I was ahead of it. Come on now.
You were.
Anyway,
when you got serious about it, that's when like it made me serious.
Like, wait a second.
Yeah. I was like, wait a second.
So since that self-quarantine, so it's been almost a month. But after a couple weeks, and then the official quarantine, everything is like, I don't know how long this is going to be. So I got some equipment and put it in my garage, and everything finally showed up yesterday. And I got my stuff. So today I did a chest try with some cardio, and it was amazing.
Can we expect some Mr. Fruit pump videos? Maybe?
Unsure.
Let's see a pump. Let's just see one pump. That's all I want.
One pump chump.
Because then I can get maybe I can get my pump vicariously through you, and like I get jacked. That's how that works, right?
I wish. Otherwise, I'd be the strongest man in the world. So yeah, that just felt good. So that's like helped return a little normality to the quarantine schedule.
But when quarantine is over, are you gonna like not go to the gym anymore and just like start working out from home?
I'll still go to the gym. Well, the reason I never originally wanted a home gym was because then I would never leave the house. Like the gym was the one thing guaranteed to get me out of the house.
Out of the house and showed you sunlight.
And I needed that. Yeah. So now it'll be there because I didn't get a lot. Like I don't have any fancy machines. I would just have a half rack and dumbbells. But that's enough to do almost every free weight.
That's literally enough.
That's enough to do most free weight stuff. But if I want to do other cardio things or some machines where, maybe free weight isn't as effective. And
that thing. Yeah. What is that called? Like you're go like this, but you're not running, but you're like pseudo running.
Oh, the elliptical.
Like old people running. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I have to do that because of my my knee problems.
Oh, that's right.
So when I went to look at gym equipment, okay, this is crazy. I was like, all right, well, I'll look at like home gym places. And I found one place like, we serve the most places for gym equipment in North America. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Great.
Yeah, I was like, this got to be it. So I was like picking stuff out. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, wow, I've seen that before. Oh, that's at my gym. So I'm like picking stuff out. I'm like, this is great. I was like, all right, I got to go in. I go to check out. And it's like $8,000. And I'm like, God. And then, but I was like, that's a lot. Hold on, let me check. And I go to the checkout, and then they go, like, enter your address for estimated shipping. Guess how much the shipping was?
Wait, I thought that was like with the shipping.
No, that was just the equipment. So just guess how much the shipping was.
Oh God, at least like 2,000.
Yeah,
at least
I'd say about
$2,000.
2,000 for shipping.
Add a 1 in front of that, and you're correct.
$12,000.
$12,000 for shipping. And there wasn't any. That was the
spaceship.
that was the only option. It was like 3-day freight. That's the only option you had. $12,000.
Why?
No idea.
So how much?
So you got it, of course.
So I said, all right, fine. Yeah, that's fair. Let me call up a guy I know him. He's like, yeah, it's a great price. No, so I go, okay, hold on. I go over to Amazon, get pretty much everything I wanted to. It came out to a fourth of the price originally, and everything was free shipping. So.
Oh wow, it's free shipping. So shout out to Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Prime.
So I had to wait like a couple weeks on some stuff. But yeah, it went from $12,000 shipping to nothing, and $8,000 of equipment to like, I want to say like $2,500, which is still a good bit, but honestly, for everything that I got, and I got like higher quality stuff, I'm good. I can get the pump in.
You also can't put like a price on getting a good pump and like what it does for your day.
Oh, I could certainly put a price on it.
$2,500.
I think most people could. I can certainly put prices on it. In fact, you did put a price on it.
Yeah. And but now I'll always have it. Plus, like if I have a busier day or something, this way I can just go right down there, get a pump in for that day if I need to. Or so I've never had it before because of the elliptical. I can do like fasted cardio in the mornings now and stuff, which I never wanted to go to the gym for a separate cardio visit because that was just a lot of time. But now I can.
Wait, what do you mean fasting? Like doing cardio on an empty stomach?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't do cardio? Like you didn't work out on an empty stomach before?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's all I ever worked out with is an empty stomach. If I work out with like a full stomach, dude, I just.
Well, you don't want to be full, but you also don't want to be empty. Especially when I do some of like my heavier stuff and just like pass out. You need some fuel. But anyway, that's part of the quarantine. That's how that's going. And this review of the podcast
you remembered.
Is going pretty well. We have one from No Don't Play OK Boomer episode. Okay, no, there we go.
What?
From Ventru. He rates us 9.5 stars. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's another half. Nice job,
These
boys.
guys are not your source for insight into geopolitics, and you're not going to get any useful stock tips, but they are hilarious and relatable and honest. Thanks.
What is geode?
Geopolitics.
What is geo?
What do you mean like geo? Like geographical?
Oh,
yeah.
I thought I thought it was like G.O, not G.
Oh, no.
I was like, what does that stand for?
But right above it too, because we're moving up in the world, we have Jet Hecker with a 12-star review.
Wait, you're going dubs?
Whoa,
Dubs,
that's
yeah.
12 stars. Oh my goodness.
Because this guy gave us 12, so I gotta
get stars.
Yeah, he says this is the podcast I have been looking for. The perfect in-between on-topic news and gaming. Would recommend anyone who want to have a good time. Helps me get through work as well. Thank you, Dream Team. Thank you, Jet Hecker.
You know what's so funny is when Fruits was talking about what he wanted for the new podcast, he was like, I don't really want to like do like current events or like, like what's in the now. Like I kind of just want to do something that's, just like off topic but we're still, talking about subjects and the podcast has quickly become the exact opposite of that.
Yeah. And gave up.
I mean, at this point, dude, what are we gonna talk about?
I am shocked for one. I am shocked.
Well, originally I wanted to do like a more like a guest kind of podcast, but that just doesn't work. One, when you're not all in person, and two, when the guest is outnumbered. Like normally you see it where it's like one-on-ones. Or maybe sometimes like 2-on-1s, but it just didn't really make sense. And then I was like, all right, this is what we do best, so screw it. And here we are.
Well, and then they do like, I want to have guests on here, but then it's like, how do we like do that? Because I want to.
I mean, it worked at the summit because we were all there.
Yeah.
They were practically just a part of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, otherwise it would be awkward. Like 3 people throwing questions or whatever. Like, but and then they kind of like, do I belong here? When do I tie? And
Yeah. And then I was really like, I don't want like a webcam podcast. Like, I don't want to just have like an overlay.
Yeah, let's get. Yeah.
Shout out Corona.
Okay. Yeah, not by choice, but by necessity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, that's how our Corona life is going. And before we hop into it, let's give a big thanks to our Patreon producers, stands.
Love our stands.
We have Dustin Wyrich, Green Pete, Benjamin Thomas,
nice,
Wayne NG, Brandon Smith, N7 Falco, Maria Brenius, and GP Hash. And of course, we got our big boys, the Stag, Big Sexy, Omega Arts Safe. Are you trying not to sneeze, or are you trying to sneeze?
I'm trying.
You're looking at a bright light.
I'm not. I don't have any lights on. That's why.
Look at your window.
I could have.
Your window's
Open a
bright.
window. I'm in the basement.
No, your window's bright right behind you.
But like my webcam makes that look way brighter than it is.
Right.
It looks like there's the gates of heaven are sitting out there, dude. It's literally like a window well. Like there's no light coming out of that. It literally looks like the heaven of the gates.
I'm jealous. I wish my office was in the basement right now because I gotta tell you, sweating buckets.
Oh, dude, when I move back like into Sydney's place, I'm moving in the basement. I was like, my office is in the basement. I was like, that's how it is. I was like, I'm on the basement. She's like, okay.
I'm just gonna take my office and move it down there.
Here. Oh, it's so nice in the basement. That's what I love about the basement. It's so cold down here.
I always remember when I was a kid, I was like, if I ever work from home, because again, this is just how my brain works. I always remember this when I started working from home. I was like, okay, I have to be on the lowest floor if I'm going to work. And always in my head, but every single time I think about this, he rises. And I cannot stop thinking about that in my head. Like, oh, if the bottom floor is always colder than the top floor. And I don't know, I feel like I have like mental trauma possibly from like one of my teachers from like telling me, oh yeah, heat rises. And so every single time I think about something related to homes, I'm just like, oh, heat rises. Wait, what the fuck? What is wrong? Am I okay?
I gotta get on the low side, honey. I need that. He rises. That's like a dad like thing. It's just engraved.
Yeah, I don't know why it's stuck in my head, but it always has been. And so whenever I think about working from home, gotta be on the ground floor. He rises. Oh God, he rises, bro.
Man.
I remember I wanted to be in the basement so bad. Like before, like I had to sleep in an unfinished basement for I think like 5 months while my dad was finishing it because I wanted my room to be in the basement so badly.
I had to play Halo 3 in an unfinished basement for 3 years.
For 3
yeah,
years.
It was dusty, dark, dank, and cold, and I loved it.
And echoey, so like if you talk too loud on the mic, you would echo through the whole house.
Well, I mean, at that point, those mics were so bad. No matter where you were, what you like, I don't know. Looking back at those default 360 mics with the one little styrofoam earpiece that would connect. To the front with just like the most garbage. I don't know how I could even hear people. I don't know. And I remember the day.
Those days.
Yeah, I remember the day for Christmas. My like big present was these like low end Turtle Beaches. But to me, going from the default 360 mic, I remember putting that on and hearing footsteps and being like, "Oh my God!" Like I remember I was on the top of Narrows Bridge. And I just heard someone like walking around the barrier. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. I'm going MLG.
Is this what gaming is like?
Is this what gamers are like?
And then you talked into your microphone and you could hear the Rockies play-by-play.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, that was a whole other thing. That actually wasn't those headphones. It's when I got Astros.
Oh, it wasn't? Oh, yeah. I thought those...
it's when I saved up and got myself Astros like 2 years later or something. And that's when I was like, all right, now I'm MLG, you know? Like Dr. Pepper's about to
these bad boys, dude.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper's about to come to my house. I'm about to get that gaming house or gaming room makeover. I'm winning that sweepstake. I'm gonna go see T Squared, my boy.
Dr. Pepper sweepstake.
Hang out with Straight Rippin', bro. It's gonna be sick. Anyway, I was waiting, or I got the Astros finally, and then lo and behold, what ended up happening was exactly what Rob said. I would literally just talk in the microphone. And while I was talking, in the back, you would just hear sports radio. 9 times out of 10, it was like someone casting a baseball game.
Rockies game.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish it was just like a normal radio station, but it's baseball. I was like, you're pissing me off. Like, of all these things for it to be, it's baseball.
It took me so long to realize, too, because I'd be talking. Someone goes, is someone listening? Is someone like watching baseball? And I don't hear anything. So what are you talking about? And then like it took like a couple weeks until somebody's like, what is that? And I'm like, oh my God, it's my mic.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And I emailed Astro. They had no fix for me. That was the last time I used Astros.
Oh.
Pepe hands. I'm pretty sure you and I use Astros for the same reason. It's because SeaNanners was like, bro, Astros.
Hey.
They're the wave. And what did we do? We followed our god.
We followed our god.
Hey, well, then I need to follow him into the housing market. Although not now.
Not now.
I wonder how he's doing right now. Because apparently, because for those that don't know, obviously Blue and I know because we're stands. But SeaNanners' last upload.
Yeah.
SeaNanners' last upload was over a year ago now.
Oh,
maybe even 2. It's been a while.
I'm pretty sure it's been like 2 years.
Yeah, it might. It's getting close. He just stopped uploading. And there's like, he hasn't made a video since. There's no announcement. Nothing like happened to him. He didn't die. But essentially, he was just like, I'm kind of over it, apparently. And now he just manages properties and rents them out and makes money that way. And he's just chilling. So, good for him.
I feel like that's what... I mean, property is like the easiest way because so few people have the money to actually invest in property. So it's just kind of like, yeah, just kind of buy some property and rent it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like
with like Airbnb and those kind of things.
Yeah, I mean, if you're lucky enough to amass the money to own property, then like, grats, you get more.
Grats, here's more money.
Yeah, you want money? Here's more money. I mean, that's how money works. You can't get more without investing more.
Hey, you gotta play that turnip market.
You know what those old like 360 stores remind me of, and like being in the basement. Did you ever play when it was like you're not supposed to be up at this time?
Oh, of course.
Like, so like you'd be playing, and since you're in the basement, you hear, and then like you go. I remember, dude. I would literally go, and then like I would literally like, this is my bed. I would be sprinting, and I would somehow land like,
oh,
like as I'm like, and then like parents walk in.
I hear you. Hey, well,
360 still going. Just.
Oh, he must have just fallen asleep playing.
Sorry, boys. Sorry. Like we're down 5 now. I'm like, oh, my bad.
Now, see, the problem for me was while I was in the basement, my room was 2nd floor. So if I ever got caught, there wasn't really.
There wasn't anywhere.
There wasn't. But then, thankfully, later in high school, I got to move it. It was one of those CRTVs too, into my bedroom. I remember helping my dad try to carry that thing up the stairs, dude. There's a reason CRTVs died out. Jesus Christ, bro.
I
mean, they're like
Melee.
I'm surprised Melee hasn't died yet, because I figured those people must be tired of carrying around 1,000-pound TVs. Like, it's insane.
CRTVs are like dying. Like, you can't find them. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, for reasons. Jeez. But once it got into my room, it was a lot easier to be schnicky.
Did you ever, if you got grounded, did they take away your Xbox or anything, or like, did they ever take away your gaming from you?
Yeah. It'd be like 2 months without Xbox 360, and that's like game over. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, like, you might as well just told me like,
what did you do
I'm
to
dying.
get it away, take it away for 2 months?
I don't remember. There's always a couple things here and there. Even though I was like a super good kid. It was never really bad.
Kid.
Yeah, it was never like failing classes. No. Like, I was talking with Claire the other day because she had like some old book from like her earlier childhood. Mm-hmm. And she was an only kid, and so I was like going through this. I was like, "Oh my god, I never had that. Like, I never got to do this." And I was like, "Well, yeah, it's because I have 4 other brothers." And she was like, "Well, yeah, like if I got like for every A on my like report card, I would get like X amount of money too." And I'd be like, "If I got A's, they'd be like, keep it up." And if I didn't, it'd be like, "What are you doing?" And if I never got a C, because they're like, if you get a C, like that's your life is over.
Xbox is gone,
like forever. And I was like, man, that must have been, for me, it was just like you're going to get A's, boy, and you're going to like it. Yeah.
Mine was like, just pass and like, we'll like let you live in this house. Like,
there was, okay. I've gotten 1 C in my life. And it was,
I thought you said it was like in college or no?
No, it was Trig Pre-Calc.
Ugh.
And, junior year or something. And I was just lost, and it didn't help. One of my best friends was in the class. So we would joke around, and then the teacher was also just really chill. So we'd just joke around during class. And so obviously I didn't learn as much as I should. But I was like trying. And it was so much so too. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. That was the only class I've ever gone in for like extra hours. I went in for like teacher meetings when I could, like when she'd have conference hour or whatever. Like I'd go in for that. I did extra work at home. Like I would try, bro. And it was mainly towards the end of the semester when I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And
did you lose your Xbox because of it?
No, I got like a 78, I think, at the end. But my parents saw how hard I tried.
Oh, okay.
Because it wasn't like you did it because you gave up, or like, oh, you didn't try enough. Like they saw that I was actually trying to apply
like
myself.
That 78, you were busting.
I was actually
balls.
super proud, yeah. Because it like the final was like 25%, and so I was like, I don't even think I could have gotten a B, but it was super likely I was going to get a D. So I saw that 70. I was like, that's the happiest I've ever been on like a grade, and it was a C. That's the one time. Otherwise, it's.
Yeah, I get a 75. My parents would just beat my ass. So you got it good.
I mean, if I got to see my parents be like, "What are you doing?" If I got a D, that's when they would kick my ass. But a C, they'd be like, "That's not good, but like it's enough."
You're passing. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I could still play soccer at the end of the day, that's all that really mattered to my dad. Like as long as I could still academically be eligible.
My dad, here's my grade. He's like, does that mean you can still kick a soccer ball? Yep. All right, good stuff, son.
Pretty much, dude. It was exactly like that. It was really weird. I don't think I don't ever think I got my Xbox or anything like that taken away. Maybe just like they would try and stop me from playing so much. I think one time remember on the Xbox 360, the thing was on the top, like the hard drive was on the top.
Yeah.
I think one time he like figured out that like that's what stored everything, and he took that. But I was still able like to play the games, but I was able to play like on my profile and stuff. And then my parents were divorced too, so like if my dad took it away, no chance my mom was taking it away from me. My mom was tight and supported my video gaming. And then that's remember when in high school when we would play, my dad had the shitty internet and my mom had the good internet.
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, Rob, want to play? And I was like, I'm at my dad's this week, like no video games, like at all. Because I'd rather have like not play the video game than try and play it and just be red bar.
Yeah.
Time.
Red bar McGee.
My God, I was red bar Rob for even like in the first like dream teams, I was red bar Rob.
When you go home.
To come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I came home for breaks and have to record here, I was like Red Bar Rob for like 8
well,
episodes
I remember,
or something like that.
Yeah, I remember even then, though, we'd be like, Rob, we got to do this. You're like, all right, I got to go to my mom's. And then you'd go over to your mom just for her internet to record or something. Like, I got to bring my stuff over real quick.
Yeah, dude, I seriously would. I'd be like, I got to record with my mom. So my dad had like, oh God, I forgot what, CenturyLink, but it was like trash CenturyLink. It was so bad. And then so like if I had to take it away at my dad's, there's no chance my mom ever took it away from me. The only thing my mom ever did, though, was fucking yell at me at like 2 a.m. Like, stop yelling at these video games, Robert. I was like, all right, like,
see that?
My bad.
For me, they'd be like,
S1.
He was gold too. And,
Yeah.
well, yeah, for me, see, the thing is, I always had a bedtime. Up until senior year of high school, I had a bedtime.
Bedtime, like what? Like nothing. Like go
like
to bed.
It's bed. Yeah, like you're in bed. And I think it would increase by like 30 minutes at like 7th grade. I want to say it was like 8 p.m. Yeah.
Jesus.
You go to bed at 8 o'clock?
Yeah. And then it would increase by 30 minutes. So like by junior year, I had a bedtime at like 10:30.
Nice.
And then, finally got like decent.
That's late night TV.
And then senior year is finally like, all right, just, but so it's like, it was rough. Weekends was the best though. Like Friday and Saturday, I'm like, I can go to bed whenever.
Yeah.
Although they'd come in at like 8 and be like, you should get off and go to bed. And I'm like, yeah, sure thing. No. But then they go to bed and I stay up. But yeah.
Did you ever get your video games taken away, Blue?
I was too resourceful. They would just stop trying to punish me with video games.
Really?
Yeah, I would just straight up move my entire setup. But I would mostly play handheld when I was growing up.
Oh, okay.
That makes it a little easier.
Because I couldn't afford like PS2 or like GameCube or anything like that. So I mean, eventually I would just start mowing lawns to afford it, but they would never take it away. For the most part, I was really unproblematic until I got into high school, when I got like super bored.
When I got bored,
and then my parents were like, "Why are your grades so bad?" And I was like, "This shit's kind of boring, Mom." At that point,
they don't understand me, Ma.
At that point, they would try to. limit me, but like they knew I was still one way or another going to find out how to play video games. They're like, all right, as long as you go to like a good college and like do what you want to do, like you'll be chilling.
Play them. Fuck it.
As long as you don't become a degenerate.
Mom.
You go save your Kanto region, young Blue.
When they were so strict when I was younger, but I was like the good kid, so there was nothing to worry about with me.
Oh, you were the good one?
Yeah, and then by the time I got to high school, they were a lot more lax because my sister was, oh man, my sister was like the one who would like go out and party, and so they were super strict on us. And then like by the end, when she went to college and figured what to do, and I was about to go to college, and they're like, yeah, I guess our kids can handle themselves. So they were a lot more lax. So by the time I was bad, it wasn't. I mean, they really
weren't getting anything taken away.
Yeah, really. I mean, at that point, like, what can you do when your kid's in high school? Like, realistically, like, oh, I'm gonna take away your video games. Like, oh yeah, that's gonna work.
That's yeah.
Like, we're little shits in high school. We could figure anything out. Like, but I never got punished like crazy punished. I don't think I ever remember.
I'm trying to think the biggest time I got in trouble.
When I was a kid though. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Worst thing I did.
I'm just gonna say Mexican parents. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When I was a kid, oh man,
I used to get whipping.
La chancla is real.
My mom has this. I don't remember this, but my mom has this story that like when I was a little kid, I was being a little shithead, and like I was like doing something, and I was like getting spanked, and like she like said I looked at her, and I was like, that didn't hurt. She was like, well, okay, and then she thought about like what her dad did when like she was growing up, and like she just like was like, all right, pull down your pants, and like got a belt, and let me tell you, I said it never hurt after that.
My mom I did the exact same thing one time. She was spanking me. I go like that doesn't hurt, and then she's like, whoop. And
you fucked up.
But I got the belt a couple times when I was a young kid because that's what my pa used to do.
Yeah, that's what my pa's dad did too.
That would it essentially be like my grandma would be like, oh, just wait till daddy gets home. And then it's like, oh no.
Like that,
and then you just hear like the boots, dum, 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 and then you're like, I'm
about to get my
gets in the room and like Ben takes off the belt. But yeah, and then they eventually gave up because they figured out that physical punishment didn't do anything to me. But if they say, Christian,
I'm disappointed.
We'll just emotionally damage our kid.
Yeah, if they say, Christian, I'm disappointing you, I would bawl and I'd be like,
you're gonna be a failure. Is that what you want? Yeah. We worry about you so much. And then they'll say things like, you're the only one we worry about because you're such a problem. But like they really don't, like they actually worry about everyone because all their kids are shitters. But they just like, oh, if he believes he's the problem child, oh, he's gonna get his ass in gear.
I did get my Xbox taken away one time when I got my MIP in Pueblo. That was you want to hear that? That's a pretty funny story. That's a pretty party Rob story.
Classic.
So, well, this was when like Rob started. Like I was a good kid, but I was doing a lot of soccer. I just didn't have time to go out and like party and do that stuff. I didn't have time. Well, I was like, my life literally revolved around soccer.
You were a good kid, and like any good kid, you love a great ad.
Oh,
yeah. So let's hear this story after this ad, huh?
Nice. Good call. Good call.
This episode of GG Over Easy is sponsored by Harry's. Now is not the time to overpay for razors at the drugstore. Harry knows it's sometimes better to stay inside, and that's why they ship directly to you so you can experience the quality of a Harry's shave in just a few days from the convenience of your own home. I've been using the Harry's razor for about 2 weeks now, and let me tell you, every time I shave with it, gets nice and close to the skin. The nice shaving cream that they send you is just so nice. It feels so good when that shaver goes right across your cheek. Join the 10 million who have tried Harry's. Claim your special trial offer by going to harrys.com/GG. That's literally 2 letters. If you shave, you literally have no excuse not to go and check it out and support the podcast and support Harry's. Listeners of GG Over Easy can redeem their Harry's trial set at harrys.com/GG. You'll get a weighted ergonomic handle with a firm grip, 5-blade razor with a lubricant strip and a trimmer blade, rich lathering shaving gel with aloe that can keep your skin hydrated. That's my favorite part. And a travel blade cover to keep your razor dry and easy on the go. Go to harrys.com/GG to start shaving better today. Thank you, Harry's.
Welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast. I'm here joined by Blue, the endangered penguin himself, and Rob, the partier. Rob, I heard you like to party.
Okay, well, I didn't party that much. It wasn't until like my senior year until I was like, okay, I'm going to college here soon. And like everybody else was partying around me. And like every time they'd be like, Rob, go to the party. I was like I was like that kid in like the hey, don't party, kids. I was like, nah, man. I'm trying to make it pro. I don't got time for that. As soon as I was like realizing I was quitting soccer, I was like, what the fuck is the point? Like, whatever. So there was like this camping trip we were all planning on going to. It was like me and like 7 other people. We are going to like this lake in Pueblo. And this was like my first time like starting to like party and stuff. And I'm like 17 or 18. Don't underage drink. It's bad. Okay. Don't. So we're having a sick party. Like it's a suit.
Don't do it, dude. It was sick.
To this day, it is still one of the best times I've ever had because we had like a day party and then we were gonna have like an after party. So we had like our day party. Everyone's having a good time. Yeah. Yeah.
If that's what the party was like, why didn't you invite me, dude?
So we're going to like the pier where there's like a grill and stuff like that. And so we're like grilling, eating burgers and stuff. And like while we're there, I like notice this guy keeps like looking at us. And I'm like, what is this dude's problem? Is he trying to catch Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary here? Like, what is his deal? So like, I'm just like looking at this guy and then he like walks inside and I don't see him again. So I was like, okay, sketch. Like that's not a good look. So we get back to like our campsite and we're like, all right, let's start the night party. This is going to be tight. And then we'll leave in the morning. So we have all of our tents set up. I'll never forget it, dude. We were putting like drinks all around and then like everyone like has their like red Solo cup in the air. And I start doing my wood chips and like wood chips thing. And like, it was,
oh my God.
Cool. I was feeling this beat. I was feeling this.
He loves his wood chips.
And I was like, you got wood chips and you got wood. And all of a sudden, I like, you hear, hey, what you guys doing down there? And like, we all like turn like this and it's like 4 or 5, like, of the county sheriffs or whatever, and I immediately just take my cup and went like just poured it out like that, and it was like we're. So
I was just hanging out with people drinking. I wasn't actually drinking. I was just here with my friends.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. I was immediately like big pour to the left, and I was like, I'm so boned, and I was like, maybe they'll be cool about it. And
spoilers.
As soon as I like think he's gonna be cool about it, he opens up the cooler and it's just GG. So like everyone's like, our parents are gonna be so pissed. And then so I like call my dad. I'm like, hi dad. He goes, what's up? And I was like, I'm getting an MIP down here in Pueblo and Logan and Eric are gonna drive us back up and I'm really sorry. And so I was thinking it was gonna be my dad who was gonna be upset because like at this point I was still like playing soccer, but I was playing soccer for him, but I knew at some point I was going to quit. So like, I thought like he'd be upset, but like my dad was like, I don't know, raised in the 70s and the 80s, man. He partied. So he was just like, I knew you guys were going to go down there and do that. And he's like, and before I told you, Robert, what did I say? And what he told me was don't get caught. Like, that's what, like, just don't get caught if you're going to do something stupid, Robert. And I said, okay, dad, I won't. And he goes, you got caught, didn't you? And I was like, yep. And he goes, okay, well, you're grounded. And I was like, okay. And then I call my mom, dude. And I think my mom is going to be like the cooler side. She was pissed. She's like, now I got to drive down to Pueblo, which is like a 2.5-hour drive. And then like the worst part too is like when we had court for like our court hearings and stuff like that, we had to drive all the way to Pueblo and be at the courtrooms by 7:30 a.m., which like meant we had to leave here at like 5:30. And like, I wasn't able to drive yet, so my dad had to drive me. Oh, dude, it was so bad. And then I didn't have the Xbox for 2 months because my mom was really upset about it. So all I had to do was play soccer now.
God.
It was a bad time, dude. That's the only time I got my video games taken away from me is when I got my MIP in high school. But I did community service, so it's not on my record anymore. Thank you. Good work. Hey,
good stuff, dude. Hey, way to be a nice addition to society.
Yeah, you're welcome, society. You're welcome.
So your cop actually showed up to your court hearing too.
Yes, they actually showed up,
Damn.
dude. They were
That dude is
fucking
petty.
losers. Yeah, dude, they were losers. He was like, "Hi guys." He was like, he sucked. I was pissed. My dad was pissed too at that guy that he actually showed up on a bunch of 17-year-old kids.
Jeez. Yeah, that dude's so petty. That never happened. Like he's no offense to like police officers who like are like hardcore about it, but I'm just saying. Like most cops, when it comes to like small things like that, don't even show up to their court hearings.
Well, yeah, because
they're just like it's
care.
minor, like it doesn't matter. I just wanted to make sure that they like knew it was wrong. Yeah, that's nuts for like some kids getting. I mean, everyone does that when like I don't understand what that dude's petty. Fuck
we
that
just
dude.
got caught. That's what my dad said. He's like,
I
got caught. Like,
I didn't do it.
I'm glad you didn't do it.
Well, I was gonna say during your stories when it's like, wow, I wasn't, but like everyone was around me doing it, so I got to. I was literally the exact opposite. I can't tell you how many times in high school people are like, dude, smoke this, dude, let's party, and I just go, no, I'm good. And people are like, oh, come on, like
senior year.
Everyone's, oh, come on, this person's doing it. It's like, yeah, I don't care. And then they keep trying, and I go, literally, you guys, I want you to know that your peer pressure makes me want to do it even less. I'm stubborn in that, like, if someone's peer pressuring me, I get stubborn to the fact that then I'm like, I'm just going to prove them wrong. I'm not going to do it. And then I don't do it. So I never did.
I didn't do any of that stuff mostly because I hated every single person I ever met leading up into high school. So I did, but it wasn't until college when I like actually met friends I liked that I was like, yeah, I'll try this. I'll try that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier
That's a good time,
to do that stuff. It's a lot easier to do that stuff when you're around people who you actually want to do it with, as opposed to just do it because we're doing it.
There's a time and a place for everything, and it's called college. Right?
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, no, I didn't do anything in college either. I started YouTube.
You just became a famous YouTuber. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that didn't turn out too well.
While you were partying during college, I was becoming a YouTube star.
The craft. I was molded by the craft.
Mainly, I was just playing League, ungodly amounts. And that was pretty much my freshman year. I mean, I guess I still went out and mingled and someone, whatever. But those are all hazes.
I saw you at a party, but you weren't drinking.
No. I mean, I'm 25 now, and I've still yet to order alcohol ever. I've never ordered myself a drink once. I think since turning 21, I have... what was it? I've had
Which is so
2
strange
shots.
Considering your cosplay of Vikings, because they loved alcohol.
I know. That's the one thing I just can't agree with them. You know, I'd go back, they'd be like, skull! And I'd be like, yeah, and I'd do the Rob thing. Like, dip it out and go, yeah.
I bet if it came down to it, you'd be a good whiskey man. You seem like a whiskey man.
If I drink hard liquor, I have to do this thing. I don't drink hard liquor because I hate the taste of it. Never have I taken a shot or anything and went, like, wow, that was
anyone?
yummy.
Oh, no, no one actually enjoys it.
I take a shot and then I don't breathe for like 30 seconds. That's true. I take a shot because then you don't taste it. You don't taste it. If you don't breathe 30 seconds after,
why don't you just do that and just like hold and plug your nose so you can't taste it?
Well, then I don't have to plug my nose not to breathe. I'm not 6, so I don't want to stand there at the bars like, hold on, guys, I just got done taking my shot.
It does help.
I just stand there like.
I just sit there and turn blue, and
then I go. Dude, you'll never. I'm a big firm believer in puke and rally. If you guys party, puke and rally. That's the best way to do it. I can't tell you how many times it'd be like, "Yo, Rob, you good?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I gotta pee real quick. I'll go pee real quick." And then it's like in the bathroom, like, and then like I come back, I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" And it's like big firm believer. Oh, dude, it's bad. I don't drink very often, but when I do drink. I did realize my tequila shot has gone up from 3 to 4 though on the Pac South trip.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that dinner.
Yeah, that dinner was a lot of fun.
Ariel said it. All right, we're done. Ariel's like, hey, let's do one more. And all right, well, let's get some more. And then you guys were just gone.
He said one more, so I said sure.
Well, and at the beginning of the thing, I think we briefly talked about this, but you were like, guys, don't let me drink more than like 3 shots. And then you're like, all right, 4th, here we go. And we're like, Rob.
Because Arios was like, yo, Rob. And I was like, word.
Unspoken word.
Oh.
Yeah, no, just know out there, kids, don't think you have to do that to do stuff. I didn't do any of it. I still had fun in high school and college. All right.
Get involved with like sports or the arts.
I was involved in no extracurricular activities
People are the
until
worst, play video games.
high school.
You got,
until high school, I was gonna
say,
senior year.
Yeah, I was gonna say you won like everything. Senior
I did.
Year.
Senior year, I did the announcements.
Yeah, and then you got banned.
Not me. I did not get banned.
You got banned. You got kicked off the announcements.
I didn't get banned. That's what someone who got banned would say.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Have I not explained this story before? I feel like
I don't know
have.
on the podcast. Maybe I don't.
See,
I
that's
don't
the
really
hard
know.
part. I do this in real life too. I'm like I know I've told this to somebody, but I don't remember who. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for like all I know, they're gonna be like, "Oh God, Mr. Fruit's telling this story again." But anyway, senior year of high school, I was really good friends with the computer teacher. Super tight. Love you, Mrs.
She's
Towser.
awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
We're here.
Yeah, look at us. Look at us now. And so we had just started, I think the year before, doing like video announcements. And it'd be like really short, like every Wednesday or whatever during like fourth period.
And
for the first like 5 minutes, you just put it on. You have all the announcements for the week, and that's it.
And it was your typical high school announcements, like somebody
Yeah.
sitting here, like,
Yeah.
"Hi, like
best.
today is Wednesday," like things like that.
Spanish
Yeah.
class will be meeting after school on Thursday and like that was the announcements. And it's like, oh my God. So I told Mrs. Towser, like, hey, I can make these interesting. And like people
we
are
gotta
going to
spice this up.
Yeah, I was like, I'll make them like people want to watch this. And so she's like, all right, fine. So she made a class for me senior year. My first period was announcements. And
You literally had a class called announcements.
Uh-huh. like I said, Mrs. Towser's tight. And so I'd go there and we'd prepare during earlier in the week, and then we'd shoot Friday or Thursdays and then like edit Friday morning. And
It was just three of you, right? The three
It
that
was-
I know, right?
yeah, it was me, Matt, Hayden, and I feel like
Alex?
I don't think so.
I feel like there was one, maybe
There-
Nick.
No, it might have been Dallas. I don't remember. Yeah, it might have been Dallas. Anyway, there's like 3 or 4 of us. And she'd essentially give us the sheet that during the normal announcements, that's what it used to be. They just verbatim like, oh, no, 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 no. So I'd go, okay, what is like the gist? Okay, great. And then I would spice it up and then tell everyone
Throw
like,
it at-
yeah, and get out of here. And so I'd be like, all right, so like we'd make a skit for like every announcement. And so we started, and like they'd have ideas like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. We'd like film them. We had like a little green screen room too and stuff. And we'd do this whole thing. And they would do some stuff, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, it's funny, guys. But then I'd go to the cutting room and just be like, that
You were
can't.
the FCC.
Yeah.
Like, you were.
Like, I'm not going to ruin their fun while we're recording. Like, yeah, they're having fun, whatever. But then I got to edit it. Like, yeah, guys, that can't make it. Like, that's not going into the announcements. Well, the one Friday I don't come in because I was sick. And
Oh no.
yeah. And so I don't go in to edit. Like, I have to come in later in that day. And so I go in, and fourth period comes or whatever, and the announcements come on, and I haven't seen them, obviously. This is new for me. And my friend Hayden's like, yeah, dude, don't worry. Like, I got this. And they just start playing, bro. And I don't even think my teacher finished them.
The
And
only thing I really like remember at one point in the announcements, it's like Matt on a table, and he's sitting there like this. He's sitting there like this, and it's just like panning, and it's like 90s porno music
Yeah.
playing.
there
And
was
it's like red whistling roses, and it's like it was weird.
there was some weird, it got a little too sexual, and then I think they made some inappropriate joke. They said, I think he didn't even take out cuss words either.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like it was just like,
Bro,
oh
that's-
my
bro,
god,
that's
this is.
like
I'm
oh
sitting.
shit, that's like showing titty on ABC. Like
Yeah,
that,
like, I'm
video
sitting-
announcements in high school. That's
I was literally just sitting
next
there,
level.
and everyone's looking at me. I'm like, this wasn't me. Like this is what you don't see. This doesn't happen. And so
That's him. That's the announcement guy.
during the end of fourth period, someone comes into the class and goes, Christian Miller. I'm like, yep, that's me.
Oh no.
They're like, what should we call it? The whatever the fuck, the principal. It's like the principal needs to see you. I'm like, oh my god. And of course, I got
Corey
called
Wise.
down. I got called down to the principal's office, and already everybody else was there. Matt, Corey, or not Corey. I think Dallas and Hayden.
You're dead.
And I'm like, oh my! And I just show up and I'm looking at him like, guys,
you're disappointed.
Yeah, like I'm the disappointed dad. Like, you guys had one job, and Hayden assured me, he's like, no, dude, like, yeah, I got this. And so he's like, what you guys did, like, that wasn't blah blah blah. So obviously, we got canceled and all this different stuff, and I lost that class and blah blah blah.
But got canceled.
But like, what normally would happen, like, people were like looking forward to the announcements, but like, yo, great announcement,
right?
Yeah, they'd be like, yo, great
announcement.
announcements. Like, looking forward to next time. We'd have funny little bits, all these little skits, and we would like skirt the line on like, is this okay? But like, people go along with it and it's a laugh.
But it was also just like a bit of edge, like trying to have fun and like trying to like make something better. Like,
we actually showed that we cared. And people laughed. People thought it was funny. And for the first time, the like first 5-6 minutes of that class wasn't just like, and then my friends just go and ruin it, which is unfortunate.
Like the only thing I can recall is Matt like on like draw me like one of your French girls, like one of those poses, and I was like, what the hell is going on,
bro? That's tight. They popped off.
I had power weights and on fourth period when announcements were going on, and Boley hated that we had to watch announcements. He already hated the announcements because we would like watch them. And he's like, this is just a waste of time. Like, we're losing time on like lifting. And we'd be done. He'd be like, well, because we watched the announcements, we get to be done early. So bye, guys. He'd be so pissed all the time. And like, it just got to that point with Matt. He's like, all right, everybody go to your stations. Like, I'm turning it down. Like, he was over it.
Oh, no.
I used like the announcements to ask somebody to prom. And I took like 9 or 10 minutes out of teachers' times with that announcement. And Boley ran into me. He's like, hey, Venegas, you ever take 10 minutes out of my class again, I'm making you run. I was like, all right, sorry, coach. I think it was really funny.
No, we had like little skits. I think before Christmas, we'd had like a little carol a cappella. We did little skits. We were like beards. I remember.
I wish we could find those files somewhere, man. You know what I mean?
They're somewhere, but
it
would be funny.
They're gone.
Like one of them for like one of the Spanish class announcements, I just sat there and read it off, but then instead of my audio, I dubbed in like the Buzz Lightyear speaking Spanish audio, and then I just had like a teleprompter like telling you the actual news. It was like great stuff. And it's like
everyone is died. They're like, this guy rules.
This is great. I do remember the one time though that I skirted the line. It was talking about
he was like, hey.
Yeah, where I was like, we'll see if we can get away with this one. We were talking about someone was like polluting the waters, or like there's some issue with the water, and they do that, and then it like pans to me, and I go, like, thanks, Matt. Speaking of health,
eat shit, Mother Nature.
No, I go, thanks, Matt. Speaking of health issues, Spanish class. Because then I was like talking about like dirty water. That one was fine though.
Damn, Mr. Fruit, that's a little racist, buddy.
But see, it was like edgy. And
it was edgy.
But you were in high school, like, what do you expect?
Yeah, but that one wasn't like, that was probably the most where I was editing that. I was like,
damn,
I think we'll be all right.
This might cross the line.
Like, that one might be okay, but I'm not telling all the stuff I would have to.
Sorry, we're in Colorado. There's no Mexicans here. We're fine.
No, there's actually quite a bit.
Monka, you still went through with that. That's balls.
No, it's not important. Anyway, it was funny. It's not important. Yeah, announcements were a lot of fun. We got canceled, but that was like one of the extracurricular things I did, and then that kind of launched me into Mr. Titan, which was like our male pageant.
Fashion pageant.
Yeah, and
thing.
I hadn't even thought about it, but people just voted me in because of or like wrote me in or whatever.
You were the announcement and the guy running for prom king.
Well, I hadn't.
Did you start your prom king before?
No, I don't think I'd ran yet. It was. No, I think that was before. You had to have been
running because the tickets were for prom. Like the winner was like a tux thing. So it had to have been during that.
I think it was Prom King I wasn't gonna do because someone like was like, "Yo, like Christian, you should do Mr. Titan." I was like, "What? I don't even know what that is." I just do it. So I like signed up, but then that's when after Mr. Titan, someone wrote me in for Prom King, I guess, or something to like campaign, and I never thought about that. And then they're like,
and then you were just like, why not?
Yeah, but then it was like 4 or 5 like candidates, and I was one of them. So I was like, all right, fine. Like I'm not gonna win, but I'm gonna have fun with this. And then that's when I did my whole campaign thing, and we won. And then the next year they my younger brother told me, yeah, they made it a rule you can't campaign.
Yeah, because there were literally flyers everywhere.
I made posters.
Christian would have things on the announcement.
Yeah, I got stuff on the announcements. It was because I made like little. I showed it in my story time video. I made like little like commercials. I went all out. I thought I wasn't gonna win, and then I did.
You did, but apparently it was very, very
power
close.
of marketing.
Yeah,
apparently it was very close.
I'm sure it was. I was up
and
against
then
like
when you had to do the final with the prom and queen and king dance, he was like, "I'm just gonna go like."
No, I told her. Yeah, we were gonna dance, and I was like, "You can just get Cody up here. Like, you don't have to dance with me." Because Cody was the one that was supposed to win. They were gonna be like the prom couple.
Yeah,
and I took
like
it away from him
through all high school.
Yeah, so I was like,
I hope you know they broke up, so they're not together anymore. So it's your fault.
Yeah, that's my bad. I ruined it, dude. If he'd won Prom King, they like have like 8 kids by now. He's pumping them out.
Oh, you messed up their timeline. You're the reason. And there's a timeline where you don't win Prom King and they end up happily ever after.
Yeah, that was the butterfly
very
effect.
Salty that I didn't vote for him either.
Salty. Rob didn't vote for me.
Very salty. Yeah, dude. Cody was my locker partner, dude, and was like talking to me how badly Jess wanted to win all the time.
Get right.
He was like, "God, dude, Jess wants to win so badly and is afraid Christian's gonna win." And I was like, "Dude, I'll vote for you. Like, I'll do what I can."
Hey, you know who wore the crown and took pictures with her? Me. Get destroyed. Right on Invesco Field, baby. That's me. Let's go.
You have those pictures still?
Somewhere. I had a little sash and everything.
I can't find my but I did find this. Remember?
Oh. Yeah. Rob found the 6th grade yearbook. And that's me. You can't really see it. What's on my forehead?
Hey, Blue. For some reason I put dots on all my friends. Like I was like, oh, he's my friend. Oh, he's my like there's one on Brett Duncan, there's one on Zach. Like there's one. I don't get it.
Yeah, you're probably just like, oh yeah, these guys are tight.
Blue, okay. What is the nickname for 6th grade Christian?
Nerd ass.
No, it's Pokemaniac.
Oh my god! Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot how cringy 6th grade was. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, come on, it's 6th grade.
Okay.
I mean, now I'm like, okay, but then it's like at the time I was like, that's
this
sick.
one now. What is his favorite movie?
Ooh, okay. So since you're probably 6th grade, this is probably the first time you're feeling any type of emotion. So I'm gonna say Love Actually.
Love Actually. Is that the one with Jack Black?
No.
Right? Isn't that movie with Jack Black and then like they fall in love? No, that's Holiday or Getaway or something like that. I forget which one I'm thinking of. No, but Blue, it's a Pokemon movie. It's a Pokemon.
Oh
movie.
My god, you actually told them Pokemon the first movie.
Nope, it's not the first one.
What? Lugia 2000?
That was my guess.
It's not that one.
What?
I didn't even know myself, dude.
It might have been what's the only other one that was popular? The Latios ones.
I said Pokemon Heroes. It was Heroes. Nope.
Huh.
Yeah.
Pokemon the 9th.
And I hate the 9th. Like
Pokemon the 9th.
That's what he's like. He's like the 9th movie, and I go, I don't even like that one. Why would I?
You were probably just high on it because you were a kid, and you were like, "Oh man, that movie was so tight."
No, I don't.
What is the 9th one though?
I don't even know. I think it's. Let me look it up. I think I know which one it is. Pokemon.
Yeah, you're like, I hate the 9th one. And then I wanted to be a weatherman.
It's Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea.
So I was right. It was Pokemon Ranger. Yeah, I was right. So it was Pokemon Ranger.
No, well, the Latios and Latios one was Heroes.
No, but then I said Ranger because Manaphy.
Oh, yeah, no.
Is Ranger trash?
I don't like Ranger.
Trash.
Yeah,
that's probably my least favorite one.
Yeah, and
it's so boring.
No way. I don't.
And 6th grade Christian loved it. Couldn't get enough.
I was held hostage, dude. I don't believe it. Someone was like, "You're gonna write the 9th."
And then you also put a cute little star at the end of your signature. Is that still the case?
No, I don't know why I did that.
was pretty flashy.
Thanks. Hey, I was a baller, dude. No one actually even called me Pokemaniac. That was the thing too. I remember putting that down there. They're like nickname. I was like, I don't have one. Pokemaniac.
Pokemaniac.
I don't have a nickname.
Is that when you were competing heavy?
Do what?
Is that when you were competing heavy in Pokemon? Or
Nah. I'd started then, but then 7th and 8th were my main years.
Oh, okay.
But I'd like 6th grade was the first time I went to one. That was with Matt when we went with our just the jankiest decks. Like imagine some kids looking through the card collection like oh, I like Dragonite. I'm gonna put Dragonite up there. Yeah, making like just Yugioh. Like no trainers. I'm like, why would I want trainers? So it's just like energy and bad Pokemon. And then I go up against like Lugia EX, Blastoise EX, all these. I'm like, what are EXs? And it's just like I just got destroyed. And that's what it was like. All right, I gotta figure this out.
Like you actually believe you're gonna win because like I'm the hero of this story. My Pokemon are the strongest. And then like you actually get in like Lugia EX draw 6. All right, this is my draw engine. Lugia now has the power to wipe out your entire fucking squad. And you're like, but my Charizard.
Pokemon quickly made me realize I am not the protagonist in this story.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well.
Anything competitive makes you. Yu-Gi-Oh was like when I was like, oh my god, these people are really good.
They know. They really know.
I was like the fucking idiot who was like, oh, I'll have Dark Magician and 3 Blue Eyes. I'll be unstoppable. And then I go in and I'm like, oh my, this dude just dropped my ass in 2 turns. Oh my god.
This guy just beat me with that little furry dude.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. What's a little brown orange? Or
he looks like a brown-haired Tangle almost.
He has like little claws.
Looks like a little fur ball.
Stick out. Yu-Gi-Oh would use him and like to sacrifice him.
Oh, Karibo, bro!
Yeah, Karibo.
He always gets sacrificed.
I love Karibo. That's Karibo's whole. I'm not gonna get like hardcore Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's Karibo's whole archetype. Is sacrifice him to like get benefits.
You know, I'll link it for you boys.
Like, and I sacrifice my Karibo.
Yeah. There's like a crazy super winged Karibo where it's like. Where like you buff him up and now like he dick punches your opponent basically. He
special effect tag. Dick punch.
Dick punch.
Is Yu-Gi-Oh your favorite card game, Blue?
It was for a long time. I mean now it's TCG mostly because Pokemon TCG is like
let's go.
Especially over the past 5 years they've upped their game on like the actual artwork. So now I'm really back to like just collecting the cards because the cards are tight. Yu-Gi-Oh is my favorite competitively for sure, though.
Like how the games work and the cards work and all that kind of stuff.
Until they like continuously every single like 3 years just fucked it up. But we don't need to talk about that.
You know, we're not gonna mess up.
They'd release an expansion. Oh, wait.
This ad read. I gotta pee, dude. We gotta go to an ad read.
Okay,
I gotta pee.
I've had a lot of water. We'll be right back, and we're back. To the GG Over Easy podcast.
Christian, look at the Karibo card, look at the text, and then look at like a newer Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It's like a small novel.
It's like, and I play Emperor, the mighty master of magic.
His card reads, once per turn when a spell trapper is the active target, right? You return a card with the control of the spell counter in the hand. If you do resist the action, it is destroyed. You can place another spell counter in the card. That's what would happen to Pokemon TCG if like there was just never any any rotation.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh is just crazy. Because there's no rotating card list. It's just power creep until you have like small novels in your cards.
God,
that's
terrifying.
They got to sell cards somehow. They got to make them stronger than the last.
That's true.
Does Yu-Gi-Oh have the version of holographics or no?
Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh has super tight holographics. So they have like. Yu-Gi-Oh does this super tight thing where they'll like release like super like collector's edition versions of holo. So they're like rainbow rare, not rainbow rares, but like holographic rares, and like they have like these secret rares that are super. They have like scan lines on them, and Yu-Gi-Oh has such tight holographics.
Their holographic game trumps Pokemon's holographic game.
Early on, absolutely, like no doubt. But Pokemon's been on a different level the past 5 years.
Dude, that like King Supers I went to literally had that like Pokemon like trading card machine that I had never seen before.
Wait, what?
Remember the one? Remember I sent it to you?
Oh, that picture? Yeah, like the little Pokemon vending machine?
Yeah, that's literally in Fort Collins.
What the heck?
Yeah, it was literally like there. I was like, what the hell?
I'm
Like,
moving
I've
back,
never
dude.
seen
See ya.
one of these ever. Like, and it was literally just a vending machine dedicated to Pokemon cards. And I thought that was really cool.
You're really cool.
Thanks, man. You know who are also really cool? These people who ask questions on our Patreon page. And support our Patreon page.
Whoa.
You know, the best part is we had an entire list of things to talk about, and we have talked about literally none of them.
None of
Yeah.
them. How
Here,
great is that?
here, I'll read our list that we had. We had Valorant
Yeah.
hype.
Didn't
Didn't
talk about that.
Here, let's
all,
get
but it's
through
gonna
them.
be sick.
Hey, yeah, we're excited. Cool.
Hopefully
okay.
we get it.
I don't have a key. God, I don't normally like to sling my clout around, but bro, I'm trying.
I
I want
don't have a key either, Mr. Fruit.
I want
I'm
to
slinging
play.
our
You can
clout
play
around,
Trials with me,
boys.
let's get
I
it.
am. Trust me. I'm slinging it, boys. I'm trying.
Yeah, Blue. We
Get
can
us all
just
in there.
play Trials and pretend, it's.
Wow, Valorant.
I'm trying my hardest. I'm like one of those
Quarantine.
dance moms who's like, she dances great. Like, please just let her dance in Valorant. Please.
We talked some about quarantine.
We did talk about quarantine.
TFT. I'm addicted. We've been grinding.
I've been grinding too. We back on that TFT train. But then I'll be off of it in 2 weeks. So
Well, once probably around Valorant. But then the
Yeah.
thing too is, then I'll probably find myself playing here and there, and then it's like as soon as I'm back into it, I just go. It's
me
like
too. It's like I can't
Yeah.
stop.
VR, Sickness, and Half-Life. Wish I could play VR because Half-Life game looks dope, but everything
I
makes
played
me...
a VR game last night, dude, and I didn't really thought I got VR sickness until I played this game for 10 minutes and was like, I'm gonna fucking puke.
I wish I could remember
It's
the
just
name.
one of those was literally all around me. I don't know. And then on VR, like when you move something, it's not able to move like this. At least with the game I was playing. Like if you wanted to look on a corner, it would literally just jolt you to that corner. Yeah, it was weird. I hated it.
And video games getting delayed. Feels bad. Mainly Last of Us.
Yeah. When did they give a specific date?
No, it just says delayed indefinitely right now.
And it's because I'm sure they can't get to their computers and work on the game.
Well, no, I mean they said the game's pretty much almost done. It's just that economically it wouldn't prove, because you got to think, literally no one will be able to get physical sales. They'll get no physical sales.
Physical is still such a big part of the market too. It
so
makes sense.
That's so weird though. I have not bought a physical edition of a game in so long.
I'm pretty sure 60% of sales are still physical right now.
I guess I am in the
something like
minority.
Well, here's the thing. I bet you those 60% have never done digital, because as soon as I did, I was like, I'm only getting physical. All right, I have to get this digital, and then I never went back.
I mean, for me personally, I was going to get Last of Us physical, because if there's really important games to me that I know...
you kind of collect it because it's going to be one of those.
I have to collect it because I want to have the artwork and the...
Are you going to have Final Fantasy then? Physical?
No, probably not. That would probably just be digital.
Okay.
Final Fantasy is tight, but it was never one of my main...
Okay. I didn't know if you got...
It was I was a Dragon Quest boy. We out here.
I guess the only physical ones I still get, I guess, are Pokemon.
Yeah, same.
That's probably about it.
Pokemon is the one I will always get. I was gonna get Last of Us because the first Last of Us was I cried my little baby eyes
if
out.
that shit can't be downloaded, miss me with that.
Miss me.
Except
Animal
I do like the
Crossing-
collector's editions and sure.
Animal Crossing came out at such a perfect time because they were shipping all their stuff regardless right when the quarantine stuff started hitting.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, Animal Crossing hit I've never seen a more perfect storm than Animal Crossing.
I miss it, dude. I've I had.
Do you think Nintendo fabricated this whole earthly DLC? I mean,
I don't know, but if they did, I mean, they made a great choice because man, they're making bank on that game.
Good for you guys over there.
They're making so many bells, bro. Yeah, that was kind of the list we had. Obviously, we didn't go into any of depth because we have Patreon questions.
All right. So this one isn't a question, so I thought it was actually a pretty nice take on what we're doing here. Ethan Stevenson says, thoughts on these hot takes. So these are our thoughts on these hot takes.
Hit us with it, Ethan.
Subway is the worst sandwich train. I disagree. I think Quiznos is the worst.
Quiznos is tight.
Quiznos
is ass.
Bro, Quiznos would have that toast, and then they had their special Italian sauce. You get a normal sub, get it toasted, and then on their little bar at the end, they'd have Italian dressing.
Is Quiznos gone?
And then you.
This is why you're speaking in past tense.
I mean, I can't tell you the last time I went to Quiznos. I'm just saying,
well,
when
can't
I
either.
used to
That's
go, which is
trash.
like 10 years ago, I have no idea.
I thought Quiznos was tight. It's just there's so many different sandwich chains now that both of them are pretty.
I think the taste
Firehouse
of Philly
subs
kind of tastes like shit. I don't know if you guys know what Taste of Philly is, but it's kind of gross.
Oh,
What's the best sandwich chain?
Firehouse.
Yeah, Firehouse is
I
up
like
there.
Firehouse and Which probably for me.
Oh, Which is really
I
good.
love Which.
I used to like Jimmy John's a lot, but
Yeah, I'll
They
say
got a
But
great,
then I-
they
but
got
then-
a great tuna. They got a great tuna.
the tuna. I
think it's
tell
just,
you,
I think it's just their bread specifically that I love, but Firehouse is just
They got
Firehouse is just on a different level.
the
I'll
meatball
say-
at Firehouse.
Firehouse wins because they have their cherry limeade.
Oh, it's the drink machine in Firehouse stays
drink.
undefeated.
Which, fun fact, my flavor is based off that cherry limeade. He asked me for inspiration. I was like, freaking Firehouse cherry limeade, bro. That and then their Italian is great. They have a wide variety as well. They got cold and hot subs. But on rare occasions, I'm just feeling Jimmy John's. I don't know.
Jimmy John's is special.
Sometimes Jimmy John just hits different.
Yeah.
I
There's
love
a
the tuna.
special sauce in there that they put that makes it hit different. I still think Firehouse is definitely my favorite though.
But yeah,
It's
6 days out of the week, I'd say Firehouse.
Yeah.
All right.
I do get cravings sometimes for just a specific Jimmy John sandwich though, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
What Jimmy John sandwich?
Italian.
Italian's pretty hot. I don't even remember exact one. It's just any Jimmy John sandwich. They all of them have like a specific sauce in them. It just hits different.
Let me also say this.
Oh,
If the chip store does not have Miss Vicky's sea salt and vinegar,
Bro, I'm out.
I'm out. That's a deal
Out,
breaker.
dude.
No, like this.
not the jalapeno.
Well, they just
It
need
has
Miss
to be
Vicky's
Miss Vicky.
first. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Miss Vicky's jalapeno.
As long as they have Miss Vicky's,
As long as
we
Miss
good.
Vicky's. Yeah.
yeah. But if you
That's how
don't got
know
Miss Vicky
quality.
chips,
You're in the
Kettle
presence of quality right now.
yeah. Otherwise,
That's
you're
how you
like
know.
B tier. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.
All right. This next hot take is Chris Evans is hotter than Chris Hemsworth. Yes, that is a hot take, and I disagree. I think Hemsworth is probably the most fine man on the face of the earth.
Well, I need to see back. Okay, Chris Evans versus Chris. I need to like see picture side by side.
I feel
First of all,
like-
Chris Hemsworth's from Australia.
I feel like we're gonna be biased as Americans because Chris Hemsworth is exotic. So just naturally, we're gonna be like.
That's what I say. I was like, ooh, he sounds different.
I'd actually go Chris Evans.
Really?
Yeah.
Way back. Oh, dude, Thor, man. Oh,
I mean, yeah, but
I would personally do.
if he dropped me an AK, I would. Whew.
Like if I have to get wifed up, probably Chris Evans. But like if I'm just thinking like, holy fuck, dude, how the fuck? Dude,
If I'm
Jesus
trying
fucking
to-
Christ.
If you're trying to settle, you go with Chris Evans.
Yeah,
you know?
but like if you're like, what the fuck, holy
Yeah.
shit, it's Chris Hemsworth.
I look at Chris Hemsworth, I go like, I can fix him.
Okay,
you, know,
what?
you know what I mean?
God. It's close though.
Here's a hot take. New Jersey is the worst state. I don't
Never
think
been to New Jersey.
I never have either.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to New Jersey, I guess, but
I will say
We're gonna
I
offend
had a friend
somebody.
from college who was a hardcore New Jersey person. She'd always talk about being from New Jersey. She'd be like, I miss New Jersey.
I miss Jersey.
Jersey, yeah, God, I
Hey,
miss
Jersey.
Jersey.
I can't wait to get back there. That's okay. That got weird.
Where'd you go, Rob?
I don't know.
You took a
I
trip to
just-
London for a second.
I know how to say Jersey, and that was it.
God, I fucking love Jersey. That's that's the best. Now, mind you, I don't think I've ever met a more like a caricature of someone from Jersey than her. She would smoke menthol Newports. She would drink every single night. She was into Henny before Henny was a thing. I was like, oh my god.
Before a Henny, we were in rap songs.
See, when I was in college, I was like, oh my god, I think this is the baddest bitch I've ever met. And then as I got older, and I was like, never mind, she's just kind of dirty. I hope she's doing great. She was actually really nice, but like,
Yeah, but come on.
but I mean, every single person knows what I'm talking about. There's some dirty girls in college that you're like, oh wow, yeah, it's kind of.
I looked up
dirty.
worst states to live in 2020, and according to this, was a 2018 survey, Louisiana was ranked the worst.
Really?
And
I've never
New
been.
Jersey was ranked 12th. So like
I mean, it's still
12th,
pretty
12th,
up there.
like 12th best. No, 12th best.
Oh, 12th best. Oh.
Yeah.
So
Louisiana was like
the best.
no,
place to
Louisiana's the worst. It's 50th.
Oh.
Yeah. So according to this, the top 10 worst, which would be 40 to 50, would be Louisiana would be 50, Mississippi 49, New Mexico, West Virginia, Alabama, Arkansas,
Virginia.
Alaska, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Kentucky.
And I'm not saying
Jersey's
like,
not even
the
anywhere
people
down there,
here
though.
suck or like anything like that. Like I'm sure they're great
I know.
people, but like I'm just saying I hate Florida.
Is this his hot take? Because I've never heard that take before.
I don't know. I guess these are Ethan's hot takes. I don't know if these
okay.
are.
I've never. Yeah,
Was
I've
he
never
up against-
heard
Jersey?
Was he up against New Jersey then?
I don't know.
Jersey. What's the you got a problem with Jersey?
He hates Jersey. This one is Halo Reach is better than Halo 5. Now, both are trash. You're just saying like dog shit is better than cat shit. At the end of the day, they're both shit. Like it doesn't matter.
I would say Halo 5 is better.
I hate both. I hate both.
That's like Halo 5 was like one of the first Halos I really gave a shot, and I don't think I've ever felt like a more mediocre experience in my life.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So for that reason alone, because Reach is older, I have to say probably Reach would be better.
Are we talking multiplayer or campaign? Because campaign Reach.
I think as a game.
In general,
Halo 5's campaign is the worst.
I haven't really played Reach. I think I played it with you guys on Steam, right?
Well, you missed like
For a
the genuine like experience.
Like actually playing.
Yeah, no doubt. But I when I played Halo 5, I was like, "Eesh, is this Halo?" Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Halo's had an identity crisis for a while, but I would still say Halo 5 just because I still think it made some important improvements. At least for me, like it was more of a Halo 3 than the Halo Reach.
Mm-hmm. For sure. This one I don't think is very hot. TikTok is inferior to Vine. I think if you talk to any of us, I think we would all agree.
I feel like TikTok has quickly become more influential than Vine, personally.
Really?
You still see so many TikTok memes nowadays. And
yeah, I would say it's more influential.
I think TikTok, I mean, purely because of how it's managed to keep cultural impact.
Do it for the Vine, man. Come on. You guys be disrespected.
Do it for the TikTok.
That's
the
like
king
4
of
years.
YouTube. That David Dobrik guy came from Vine.
4 years old, Rob. 4 years old, Rob. Cut it, Rob. You can't say. No one says do it for the Vine anymore.
But you know,
everyone
I'm just saying.
Everyone just says TikTok.
I'm trying to bring you back to.
What are we gonna? We're gonna bring back the Daniel. Oh, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
Yeah. Or we're gonna go.
I just think some of the memes that come from Vine are better than the TikTok.
I mean,
like, damn, is my cousin Terry out here still?
I mean,
at it again. Oh,
I mean, I think you underestimate how many memes come from TikTok now that you see.
I think I'm more up to date because Claire is all into TikTok. So like every night I get an update. Like here's all the TikToks. So I mean, as far as I can tell, especially in my little sphere, it seems TikTok has definitely been more influential.
But also TikTok I feel like has turned into like a dance fucking like everybody dances on there.
I mean, that was Vine too. Vine was
but like TikTok more so is like all
no. For sure.
I feel like Drake came out with that Tootsie song, and which first of all is not that good. I think he literally I think he literally just made that track literally for TikTok. It's like put your right foot up and then do the Tootsie slide. It's stupid. I know you, Drake.
It's marketing. I mean,
is he?
Because you'll see the power of TikTok. If there's some song people start TikTok, it blows up.
Yeah, exactly. I think TikTok has rapidly become better than Vine.
And I think part of it is I loved Vine's the fact that you had to get it down to 7 seconds, but the fact that TikTok allows more than that does mean you get a wider variety of content.
You get so many better skits from TikTok.
Then why aren't you guys on TikTok?
You're right. See, you're right, dude. What am I doing here?
YouTube, bro.
I'm going TikTok and playing Fortnite. I'm out of here.
Because we're YouTube and Twitch guys. We're not TikTok guys.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we
come
can
on.
be.
If whatever memes happen to us end up on Twitter anyway. So.
So thank you, Ethan, for
those hot
takes. I kind of like that hot take thing. Maybe we'll see more of those. This is from Alex Black. What were your guys' first jobs, and what was an interesting story from that job that you guys have had? My first job was a soccer referee for like Pee-wee kids, but I only did that job for like 2 months, and then I got a job at a golf course here where I live, and I valeted cars for about like 3 to 4 years until I started streaming. And that was pretty much like my first job. And an interesting story from that. I remember
I got to drive rich, expensive cars.
I got to drive like Porsches, AMG, any car you could think of, Rolls Royce,
some
Ferraris, like
some Camrys, some
BMW
VW
i8,
Bugs,
some Camrys.
some station wagons,
2016 Mercedes CLX.
We have a different idea of nice cars.
So one time, so this like area of like Colorado Golf Club it's kind of like in like they kind of try and make like it look like a prairie kind of a sense. So there's a lot of wildlife there. So there was this one bird, I forget what it is, but they just fucking like they just do what birds do and just don't shut the fuck up. They're just
The classic mating call.
The general manager, and there was one that like had made a nest that was like right under the here's the valet circle, and then like here's like the over part of it, the overhang, I guess, into like the clubhouse. So one time, the GM comes out and he's like, "I'm sick of this bird," and he's like, "Robert, can you pull up my car?" And it was Marshall. First of all, Marshall didn't talk like that. He's like, "Hey, Robert, can you go like drive and go grab my car?" I was like, "Yeah, Marshall, why do you talk like that?" So like I grabbed Marshall's car. Also, Marshall had like this Infinity Quattro, dude, and it was stick. The only Infinity I've ever seen to have stick, dude, and that thing was tight, bro. Like if you drive stick, dude, this clutch was literally like if I put it in first, I would literally have to go like if I like didn't like automatically like perfectly time it, the car would fucking stall out, and you don't want to stall out the fucking GM's car. So anytime somebody wanted to drive Marshall's car, everyone's like, "Nope, I'm not driving it. You drive it." So like I'm bringing up Marshall's car, and I was like, "Here, Marshall, here are the keys. Like, have a good day." And he's like, "Oh, I'm not leaving." I was like, "What are you doing?" He literally opens his trunk, grabs like this pellet gun or like a shot, like something to shoot, like I think to shoot quail. And he literally like he's like, "Can I borrow like the desk?" And he literally like props it up and is just like waiting, and then it like starts flying away, and you just hear "Pah!" And he just shoots the thing, hands me the gun, goes, picks up the bird, throws it away, and then I had to go and put the shotgun away. And then he got fired because of that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, swear to God. Yeah, pretty wild story. I loved that job, though. That job was one of the dopest jobs ever. If you could ever work as a valet at a golf course, do it. I loved that job. I miss it sometimes.
Pepe.
Oh, I mean, like, but like, in the sense
No,
of just driving
no,
cars
I get it,
to,
dude.
like,
No,
really
yeah.
interesting, like, and then like, but like, and that's the thing when you work at a golf course like that, dude. Anybody that came there was happy because they were here to play fucking golf, so they were always stoked and happy to be there. I never really had to deal with people like, "Oh, how you doing today?" "I'm mad because I'm coming to my $50,000 a year golf club facility." They were always so happy.
Pulling up like, "I'm glad to be here. I paid too much."
And most of them were just old boomers. But they were all really cool, and they all really liked me.
Yeah, because you got to drive their cars.
Yeah, and I never crashed any. I never crashed any. To this day, never did. Never messed it up. One time though, so you know when like new places are being built, they have those weird hay things, like a circle of hay, and then they had the spokes in them to hold them down. You know what I'm talking about? It's like for native or for something. I don't know. They had it.
What?
So somebody had like backed a car up. And it went over one, and it went into the spoke. So like a wooden spoke was like now hanging into the bumper of a car. So when they parked it like that in the morning, that's how they parked it. So now they had 3 spokes of wood like underneath the bumper of a car. So now when I was told to go pick up the car, I get in the car, turn it on, start driving forward. Because at this golf course, we had to park everything in reverse. So that's how we knew that like we parked it. So this was parked in the A lot. So he backed it up in the A lot and went over 3 spokes. So I turn on the car, bro, and I've never heard anything like it. I like drive off in a sheer, and I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? And then like I look, dude, and the bumper. And thank God it was like, oh, I mean, I say like, thank God it was still like a really nice car. It was like a Lexus, like it was some lady's Lexus. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so fucked. And then I was like, oh, wait a second. I'm the second shift. I didn't park this car. I had to take it like this. So they had to like find out who like parked it and all that kind of stuff. But no, I never messed up any of the cars. Thank God. Thank God.
Blue, do you have any interesting stories from your first job? And what was it?
So my first job was at McDonald's. And I mean, McDonald's is not as nice as it is now. Back when I worked at McDonald's, they were still kind of, you could find some pretty ratchet ass McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember any. I just remember customers being super shitty in general. And like, I remember this one chick. We didn't have the best McDonald's. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. I was probably the most reliable on the line and general cook there, and I'm not a reliable person, so that doesn't give you a good idea. If that doesn't give you a good idea of how bad it was,
bad idea.
So I just remember every single time there was this one chick who would always come with like 3 kids, and they were the shittiest kids I've ever seen in my life. And she would always make like a shitty fucking pun every time like she got her order wrong, and her order for some reason would always be wrong. And she'd be like, I don't know who works there, but they need to go back to Hamburger Academy. And she would like look back at her kids for validation and start laughing with them. And I'd be like, all right, so you fucking suck.
So
but,
you want a number 2, lady?
Yeah, just tell me what you want. Fine, here's some free fries. Just leave me alone. I will say probably the story I remember the most. I don't even remember these 2 chicks. They hated each other. They were both not managers, but whatever is like right below a manager. Basically, like the crew managers. Like they would be like above normal employees. They'd be like in their little red shirts, and they think they're pretty hot shit because they're like, I manage you guys today. Ooh. And we had 2 of them because I would work overnight. So like right before overnight, you'd have 2 of those crew managers who like one would be leaving the shift and one would be starting it. I just remember one night, I'm pretty ignorant to drama and like people like being passive. Like I just went there to work and get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm here for a check.
I'm here for my paycheck. I'm here to flip some burgers and get the fuck out. And I'm chilling. I just remember one night, I'm literally in the back, just cooking up some cookies because we're low on cookies, and the boys gotta make sure the employees are nice and fed.
Yeah,
I'm cooking up in the back sink, cleaning stuff up. I come out to put the cookies in the front because they have like the little front display, and I just hear like right behind me, I'm just like, I turn around and the two crew managers just like beating the shit out of each other. I'm like,
it's about to be a girl fight, yeah.
Yes, it was a girl fight, and I'm just like, I still have the cookies in my hand. I'm still putting them in the display. I'm just
like, hold on, I got a couple more.
World star, like,
and I swear I was in like a shitty movie because I just sat there. I didn't even try to break up because like I got cookies. I don't want to
just like stood there like, what am I? Like I'm in the middle.
I gotta put these cookies away, bro. So everyone was trying to stop them, and I'm just sitting there like slowly putting the cookies in the fucking.
I just imagine Blue like, oh, sorry, sorry.
I have this tray with like a dozen cookies. I'm like, these gotta go somewhere. Please move.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't even remember what they were fighting about. I just remember that.
But you saved those cookies.
Just the loudest, right behind me.
Did you ever work drive-through, Blue?
Yeah, I mean, I worked pretty much everything.
What is that like? Because that's one reason why I knew I could never work food is because I could just not do the multitasking of, okay, boop, 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 boop. Oh, what else? Boop, 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 boop. All right, drive through. Oh, what do you want? Blah, blah, blah. And then I couldn't do that. Oh, give me your card. That's a lot. Like I couldn't.
Yeah, it's a lot of
did it. What do you mean?
You just did, yeah. You'd be great. It wasn't that bad because you would have like people who would help you out. So yeah, I mean, drive-through is like a lot of multitasking. If you're someone who is in the drive-through, you're not just doing drive-through. You're cleaning trays for dine-in. You're also washing dishes if you're drive-through. So in between, when there's like not a lot of traffic, you're in the back washing dishes. And then yeah, you have to. Sometimes you'd have to go on the line and help out while taking orders. So whoever is like on drive-through, like respect people in drive-through because they work the hardest.
Respect them.
I was like, I'm surprised, Rob. You've never worked service job for
never,
food, right?
I mean, I worked service in the sense of parking people's cars, but that's it.
Because I remember when I was at Fruit Summit and Rob was like so nice, like, hey man, thank you so much. Hope you have a good night, man. And I was like, oh bro, you're the type of employee that like food services people love. And he was like, yeah, I never worked at service shop. Like,
yeah, I just don't want to be like an asshole. Like, well, because I know I can't do what they're doing. I know that for a fact. So like, and they're giving me food. So I gotta be nice to them.
It's a win-win.
See, I try to do that all the time, but I don't think if I didn't work a service shop, I would be that person.
Well, I think people are just nice too, or like I'd like to think that all more people
do that
than not do that.
Let me tell you, there is nothing that makes you question humanity more than working drive-through. People, when you get in the way of people's food, oh my god, people are the shittiest people I've ever met in my life. Have been through drive-through. I don't think it's so funny because I don't think any job has taught me more than McDonald's about like being a good person, which is ironic because everyone's like, "Oh, you're just gonna flip burgers," but no, you work drive-through. You treat people not nicer because
I watched humanity in a different lens.
You watch humanity when they're hungry, and man, people are dicks.
I
McDonald's taught me kindness. Like that is the thing I took out of McDonald's.
I also grew up with my dad, who is still to this day embarrassing when you go through a drive-through. This is my dad in the drive-through.
Oh, no, bro, stop! I'm gonna get PTSD.
Okay, just pulled up. Hello.
No,
literally, we just pulled in. Rolls down window. Hello. Yes, sir. It'll just be a moment. Okay. Hello. Like, dude, it is so. I'm like, Dad, please. And then he'll just go, number 2, Coke. And then like he's just literally just the worst in the drive-thru. Someone was like, I was always in the passenger seat, like, thank you so much.
The worst is when people like when you're like, hey, sorry, sir, can you just wait 1 second before I take your order? And they're like, no.
What do you say?
Sorry, you're gonna have to wait. No, I need to order right now. I need to be somewhere. Sorry, man, just give me 1 minute. And like they're literally in your ear while you're doing what you have to do. You're like, yeah, I want a number 2. I want a number 2 and a number 5. And then like they'll like repeat they'll legit say their whole order while I just told them, sorry, man, you're gonna have to give me a second before I take your order. And then they think they're done, right? So they'll roll up and they're like, yeah, what's my total? I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry, I couldn't take your order. I told you to wait. And she's like, well, I told you my order. I'm not going to repeat it. And I was like, okay, well, you're not getting your food, so you might as well give me your order again. And of course, they want their food. So what do? They give me their order again. God, people fucking suck.
Well, and then people like that too. I'm like, my dad goes, hello. I'm like, Dad, there's 6 other cars in front of us right now. What is taking our order 5 seconds before you said hello going to do with these 6 cars in front of you? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
some people just don't think like that.
I legit try to be so nice whenever I go food service now. Like whenever people are like, sir, I'm so sorry. I have to. You're gonna have to wait for a couple minutes, and I'm like, oh, that's totally fine. Like,
oh yeah, dude, me too. I go, oh, no problem, man. Like,
and I'm just like, and I just do like, man, I've been there. She probably thinks I fucking hate her. Like, I feel so bad.
That's what I try and think too. Like, man, they're probably busting their ass back there. I try and give them the benefit of that, but then sometimes I have a limit though. If I'm like waiting for like 10 minutes, and it's like, all right, what are we doing here? Do you have any fun jobs, Christian, from your programming years?
Yeah, from
your
YouTube?
data entry.
Yeah,
and YouTube.
My first job was basic data entry, so absolutely no interesting stories. The only interesting thing.
What's basic data?
Do you ever see like a tube between the 1001?
No, it's literally just here's a stack of like 1,000 paper, okay, and then each one has like per page there's probably like 25 items. You sit there, you go, all right. You put it to your left. You look at that while you're on your keyboard. Okay, A70-917- tab. You're in an Excel spreadsheet. You go, great. You do all 25, and then you got to make sure that you put everything in right. Because if you don't, you then have to go through all 1,000 pages and figure out what you put in wrong. Yeah, okay. You put your next one. All right. This tab. Tab. And that was my life. The only thing I found out about myself during this time was that I am a workaholic. And now I know that. But that's when I first discovered it. Because I could work my own hours. And so I just, I'd go home from work or from school. I'd be like, all right, I need to work. I'd like
work.
Well, yeah. But then I'd like be watching TV and it's like, why am I watching TV? I can just go do this data entry and make money. And so then it was just school-based data entry, school-based data entry, school-based data entry.
And then you bought a computer.
Yeah, and then here I am. Made some Gotham
All
City
right.
imposter videos.
This is actually a pretty good question. This will be our last one. This is from Surgical Cell. Question for the podcast. Has there ever been a movie that has been so bad that you just turned it off instead of finishing it?
If I could have, it would have been Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I was in the movie theater with a group of friends. Otherwise, I would have walked out of that.
You never walked out of
No.
a movie?
Have I ever? My parents did when I was younger because like they didn't realize what movie we were in, but that was about it. Otherwise, I usually just stick through it. I don't remember. It was like a Will Ferrell comedy, but I was younger and they like didn't realize. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've only walked out of one movie in my entire life, and it wasn't because the movie was bad. It was because it was making Sydney and I sick. It was that new Blair Witch Project, and there's something about when the camera's like, "We gotta get out of here!" Like it literally, I want to throw up. I want to like. I never saw Cloverfield in a movie theater, and I still haven't like seen it. I've only seen like clips of it. Like I've
seen Cloverfield. I thought that would make me nauseous, but it didn't.
I loved Cloverfield, but go on with it. Keep going.
Like just that new Blair Witch Project movie. I forget like what it was called, and it was trash. It was trash. And it made me so sick.
It's probably because they had a budget of like $20.
No.
Watch the original. It was the new one.
It was the newer one. It was the 2016.
Like the
I wasn't
reboot.
9. I wasn't 9 years old.
Oh, did you guys ever watch the original Blair Witch? That shit like actually fucked me up as a kid.
Well, I haven't because like that Sydney was like, "Can we like go?" And I was like, "I never thought you'd ask." I was like,
for me, it was the Dragon Ball movie, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My dad took me, and I was so excited. And my dad was like, and my dad was like, "Oh, I like Dragon Ball too." But I mean, he was
cool dad.
He just, but he didn't like watch it, but he liked it because it was obviously like dudes beating the fuck up out of alien dudes, like that was tight. He was like, yeah. My mom was like, "Oh no, this show was terrible." And my dad was like, "Oh, this show's kind of tight. This show's metal as fuck. This show's kind of tight." So he took me to it because he was like, "Yeah, it's a cool show. I'll go watch it with you." And I'm just sitting there. And I see the look on my dad's. I remember the look on my dad's face. He's just like, "Oh my god, what is this?" And I had the same moment that you would in the end, where I just look at my dad and I'm like, "Hey, can we just go eat now?" And he's just like, "Yeah, let's go."
Damn, you literally walked out of
like,
Dragon Ball Evolutions.
It was, man.
It's
rightfully
trash.
so.
I haven't seen it, but like
I don't know what they put that 30 million budget into, because that was like watching like a B grade porn movie with how bad that movie was. It was, oh my god. I don't want to think about that movie. I was so excited as a kid when I went to go watch it too, man. I was so excited. Yeah,
live action just have trust issues.
I wanted to see Cats just to see how bad it really was, but I ended up not seeing it.
Yeah, I'm good.
What is that? Hey, all right, here's a question. When is the next time you think we're going to be able to go into a movie theater?
Honestly, man,
like I'm thinking like October.
Well, here's the problem.
For me, I think what's probably going to happen is I think this is going to be one of those moments where people realize we really don't need theaters for movies to succeed.
I hope.
I feel like theaters are slowly.
I also like movies, though. I
like going to the movie theater, you know.
I still like enjoy that.
I think it's hard to tell because I think, well, as long as we're smart about it, it's like it's not going to go from quarantine to normal day.
Yeah,
like we can slowly start to like open things up and then still limit the amount of people at capacity in certain places, or like the movie theater could open up, but like 25% capacity or like X amount of people per viewing. But the problem is right now, we don't know how many movies are being finished because so many projects have just been postponed.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many movies are going to be ready to be released.
Actually going to get
yeah.
I don't think we're going to be back to normalcy of crowds like that, honestly, for years.
Maybe. Yeah.
So like true normalcy of what we're used to, I don't think we're going to be back to that for...
Like thinking about going to like a Nuggets game, I'm like, no way.
It's going to be at least a full year from now.
It'll probably around like next like summer blockbusters might do it again, but
yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Then that's got to be the case for sports, then.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Feels bad.
I don't know though. A lot of the people that go are boomers, and they I feel like a lot of them just don't
Say
care.
fuck it.
Yeah. And I don't mean that in like a disrespectful way, but a lot of people that go to games. You have like
They
a
just don't
younger, but then there's also a really big older generation, and especially for them too, it's like if they go to games, they've been doing it for years and years and years.
Yeah.
I
So-
mean, these are like people who
Like season ticket holders.
survivorship
and-
bias, right? They're like,
They
oh,
probably talk to a
Corona,
young man on the bench.
Corona. I went through measles. I went through I went through all of that. I was fine.
It wasn't nothing.
I could go to a sports game. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
That young man on the bench taught me a lot, you know. Hey, Blue, where can people sitting on a bench find you on the internet?
Hey, man, you can find me everywhere at BlueWestlo.
You can find me everywhere at Robbie V.
You can find me everywhere, Mr. Fruit. And that has been
Hey.
another episode of Yugioh Over Easy Quarantine Edition.
We do it every time, dude. I come in, I go, what are we gonna do? This is bad. And then we figure it out.
You know what? We say, hey, just a couple dudes doing what we
Hey.
do. You know what I'm saying?
Couple guys being dudes.
Dudes.
What's better
That's
than
us.
this? Guys being dudes.
Thanks for listening and watching. See you in the next episode.
Bye.